Votes collation is underway after Kenya's presidential election, with preliminary results showing a tight race between the two main candidates. Deputy President William Ruto and veteran opposition leader Raila Odinga are vying to replace President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is stepping down after reaching his two-term limit. Kenya's Election Commission said it believed about 60% of the 22.1 million registered voters cast their ballots. However, in 2017's election, the turnout was nearly 80%. Several factors, including drought and voter frustration, had been blamed for the low turnout, but the final result is expected to be announced soon, although legally it has up to a week. Local officials say a total of 16 houses have been destroyed and 6,000 forced to evacuate as large amounts of smoke hung over the village of Belin-Blait in southwestern France. The fires raged on the outskirts of the settlement, whose buildings were under direct threat from the flames, just as the country braces for its fourth heat wave this summer. Temperatures in the region near Bordeaux were expected to top 40 degrees centigrade as French firefighters battle a record-high blaze that has turned much of the countryside to tinder. Britain's Weather Service has issued an amber extreme heat warning for parts of England and Wales, with no respite in sight from hot and dry conditions that have sparked fires, broken temperature records, and strained the nation's infrastructure. The amber warning alert will be in place from Thursday through to the end of Sunday, August 14, and means that people vulnerable to extreme heat could face adverse health effects. Temperatures are expected to peak at 35 degrees Celsius on Friday and may hit 36 degrees Celsius in some places on Saturday, as the warning follows the driest July for England since 1935. Violence broke out in the Bolivian city of Santa Cruz after a two-day strike against the government's decision to delay the 2022 census of population and housing. Riot police were called to the scene after an agitated strike in one of the country's richest regions, with protesters and officers swapping firecrackers for tear gas canisters. Clashes between the government's party supporters and protesters also took place in Santa Lucia's blocked streets as demonstrators demanded that the government does not postpone the national census to 2024, but carry it out in 2022. And finally, on Global Tidbits, former US President Donald Trump says he refused to answer questions during an appearance before the New York State Attorney General in a civil investigation into his family's business practices. New York State Attorney General Letitia James is looking into whether the Trump Organization inflated real estate values. Though Trump and his two adult children, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump, fought to avoid testifying but lost, James has said that her investigation uncovered significant evidence that the Trump Organization, which manages hotels, golf courses, and other real estate, overstated asset values to obtain favorable loans and understated values to get tax breaks. And that's it on Global Tidbits.